Finally, Leon Draisaitl has extended with the Edmonton Oilers and have signed an 8-year contract worth $14 million per. Welcome back to another episode of Full-Time Hockey Oilers Edition. So today we'll celebrate this good news. Finally, some positive news for the Oilers, as Leon Draisaitl, assistant captain, alternate captain, whatever you call it, second best player in the world, has re-signed with the Edmonton Oilers for an 8-year extension period. So this is a long wait. So basically all summertime after the playoffs had ended, we were waiting on the news for a Leon Draisaitl signing update. Lots of speculation in the past weeks. Will he sign? Will he not sign? Will he if he doesn't sign in this summertime before training camp starts, it's gonna drag it on until like December, or maybe not even sign next year. Very, very interesting issue of Leon Draisaitl. So finally, the news has broken out. He's signed for $14 million per. So for 8 years, that contract is worth $112 million over the 8 years, and will be the highest paid contract in NHL history, starting from the 2025-2026 NHL season. So he'll be the highest paid player for a little short time being, maybe a year or so, until Mr. Connor McDavid, his buddy, his pal, his best friend, gets his new contract, which will probably be maybe about $16 million. And so this is great news for the Oilers, as Leon Draisaitl has continued his efforts to stay with the organization and probably, hopefully, bring a Stanley Cup to the Edmonton Oilers. So now that Draisaitl is locked up for 8 years, it's a pretty good chance that Connor McDavid is going to stay with his friend, his pal here in Edmonton, and try to win their cup together. So great news. We definitely have a huge chance to keep the best two players in the world on the same team. And that team, my friends, are the Edmonton Oilers. So we have Leon Draisaitl contract here worth $14 million. So basically the breakdown is his total cap hit is $14 million, same as the AAV and the base salary, so no performance or signing bonuses, just pure base salary at $14 million, nothing complicated. That's going to continue on for 8 years until 2032-33 season, where he'll be about 37 years old and hit his second UFA stage. So in all 8 years, at the bottom here you can see there's NMC, so no movement clauses throughout. And is there any exception? It doesn't say at the moment, so maybe we'll find out more details a bit later. Okay, so he's 28 right now, in his prime, and I think he's a pretty good player. He's in pretty good shape, so maybe the end of the contract when he's like 35 plus, maybe he'll show some drop off, but special players can perform differently than regular players, in my view. Some of you out there probably saying, oh, that's a bad contract, it's not worth $14 million, 8 years, he's going to be like 34, 35, 36, he won't produce anything. We'll see, you never know. So let's quickly take a look at the top 10 highest paid players by a cap hit percentage. So currently the highest paid player by cap hit percentage is Connor McDavid at 15.72%. Signed a new contract in 2018 worth $12.5 million per. Okay, or the AAV was $12.5 million. And the second place runner-up, Nathan McKinnon, at 15.09%. Okay, with a $12.6 million cap hit. Next comes Austin Matthews at 15.06, just slightly below McKinnon at $13.25 million. So he's the highest paid player currently in the NHL by cap hit. And Artemi Panarin at number 4, 14.29% at $11.64 million. Erik Karlsson, this one's a tough one to swallow, $11.5 million for his cap hit, 14.11% of the total cap in 2019. Then John Tavares at 13.84%, $11 million cap hit. Sidney Crosby, very valuable value contract, not valuable, all valuable and value contract, I should say. $8.7 million, so not number 87. But as low as that may be, back in the day, in 2013, that was worth 13.53% of the total team cap hit. So not very low either. Drew Doughty, 13.5% in 2019, $11 million. David Pastrnak, 13.47% in 2023, worth $11.25 million. And then Mr. Greedy Mitch Marner, so $10.9 million cap hit and taking 13.38% of his team cap. Okay, so right now, Leon Draisaitl. Okay, so with his new contract here, Mr. Draisaitl becomes the highest paid player and also the highest cap hit eater. So with his $14 million cap hit, eating $14 million out of $88 million total, that's 15.91% of the $88 million for the Edmonton Oilers. So he'll be placed at the top of this list for the time being, or at least for 25-26 season until McDavid gets his new contract. So is he worth that much money? I believe so. Some were speculating that he'd be probably getting about $15 to $16 million if he's taking as the full value or taking as highest money he can get. Some were speculating like 14.5, and if he was taking a team-friendly deal, a very team-friendly deal, maybe somewhere between $13 to $13.5 million. So I guess $14 million is right between like a very value about team-friendly deal and a what he should be expecting to get. So right in the middle, dab smack, $14 million per. Okay, and I say he's worth that money because he had been totally underpaid for the last contract when he signed in 2017. He only took $8.5 million per year with a $68 million contract, and back then people were booing this, saying, "Wow, why is he taking so much money? And he's not worth $8.5 million." Now, what do you think he's worth? That was a total steal of a contract for the Oilers, paying this, perennially second highest point getter in the NHL, in the league, for like nearly every single year. He's a Hart Trophy winner, Art Ross winner, and Ted Lindsay Award winner in that year for when Connor McDavid was absent for 20 games or so in 2019-20. Okay, so maybe he only won because McDavid wasn't there, but McDavid wasn't there. You need somebody to lead the team, and he did that job exactly as required, and he made the best of it. Got the highest points in that year, and also got the Hart Trophy as the most valuable player. So at $8.5 million in his last contract, he should be getting a better wage in this new contract if the Oilers were to entice him to stay. So if you still don't believe he should be getting this much money, just take a look at his stats since his inception into the NHL. Leon has scored 347 goals with 503 assists for 850 points in 719 regular season games. And in the playoffs, 74 games played, he scored 41 goals with 67 assists with 108 points in total. Okay, and the historic figures, he's the fourth highest point getter after 50 career playoff games, 79 points, sitting in fourth. His best buddy, 80 points, and Connor McDavid, one spot ahead of him. And look who's in front of these two guys. Number 66 and number 99, okay? Mario and Wayne. So to be in the same category as these two guys, along with Connor McDavid, and all those other top 10 paid players are nowhere near here, he's worth that $14 million. And look, he's also the fourth highest point total, or points per game total as well, with minimum 30 games played. Sits in fourth at 1.57 points per game, so just slightly one hair below McDavid at 1.58, and then same two guys in front of these two guys, number 99 and number 66. So no need to talk about those guys. Best in the planet, best ever players to be talked about right here in this photo. So, is he worth $14 million? I believe so. If he can help the Oilers get a Stanley Cup or two while he's here for another 8 years along with McDavid, I don't mind. It's not my money, and the cap's gonna go up like 3 or 4 million per year anyways, if there's no disasters or anything that's happening in the world that will deter the NHL cap to keep rising each year. So by like after 3 or 4 years, that $14 million is just gonna be $6 million higher than his current contract. So after 2 or 3 years, that's already gobbled up in the system when the cap is much higher than now. So he's not going to take up that 16% or 15.9% of the team cap anyways. So why not give him a extra million or two, and if he can win a cup here, that's going to be worthwhile, and nobody's going to complain at that time. So excellent news, some good news after that Stan Bowman's shocking news as he turned out to be the GM, and then signing offer sheets with Dylan Holloway and Broberg losing a few guys. That was all bad news, doom and gloom for a couple weeks there. Finally, something to cheer about, and I think all Oilers fans in Oilers land will be very happy to see Mr. Draisaitl stay in Edmonton for another 8 years, and hopefully finish his entire NHL career in this city as well. Okay, so that was excellent news. I'm very happy, nice and excited. Can't wait for the season to start, along with those new additions and Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner. So let's count down another 20 days to go until the first preseason game on September 23rd. So 20 days, 3 weeks, and hockey will continue, and we'll be looking forward for a brand new season, and hopefully the Oilers can continue their winning streak and finish off the job once and for all this season and bring that damn cup home. Alright, thanks for joining us today. Please leave me a like if you've enjoyed this video, and consider to subscribe even, or leave some comments down below if you agree or disagree to anything I've said. All comments are welcome, and I'll try my best to reply and interact with all the comments that are available. Click that subscribe button and help us out. Will be highly appreciated, and we'll see you in the next one. See you next time. Goodbye.